Hi guys, today we are going to talk about drinking water. So I have a lot of people who ask me about how they should drink water, what temperature the water should be, when and how they should consume the water, like when in respect to having our meals. So let me clear it very frankly. This is my personal opinion, and the opinion is based on jungle rule. So jungle rule is like as if you are living in a jungle. There is no modern civilization, no modern technology, nothing. You are solely relying on natural resources, climate conditions, and if you were like Mowgli or Tarzan, then how will you consume water? So it is very simple. First of all, when you should drink water. So you should drink water when you are thirsty. Okay. So your body will tell you exactly when you're thirsty. And it actually happens in such a way that it depends on the climatic condition, it depends on what work you're doing, if you're perspiring or not, that your body's water requirement change. It is different for every individual. But on an average, it takes around 1 or 2 hours for you to drink a glass of water. So when your body requires approximately 1 glass of water, it takes around 2 hours to again want that same quantity. So on an average in a day, you will consume roughly around 1 to 2 liters of water for an individual of my stature, or probably on an average, someone who is around 5 to 6 feet tall with a chest of around 40, etc. So that is basically the water requirement. Now, it depends on the climatic condition, it depends on if you're sweating or not, it depends on a lot of factors that how much quantity of water you're consuming. The second question that most people have about water is what temperature we should drink water. So when you talk about temperature, so this is where I like the jungle rule is because you consume water of room temperature. What I mean by room temperature is wherever you are, there, you just take the glass of water, put it on the table for about half an hour, and whatever temperature the water turns into is the temperature you should drink. So, approximately, let's say you are in summer and outside temperature is around 30 degrees. Inside room temperature, if you are in an air conditioned room, is somewhere around 26, and if you are outside, no air condition, then it is 30. So, the temperature of water you should consume is 30 degrees, right? You cannot consume a 40-degree temperature water or 50-degree temperature at that time, because if you are in a jungle, you will not have the luxury of boiling the water outside. No animal boils and drinks water. So your body will always be in tune with outside. So when your body is in tune with outside temperature, that time your body will require that temperature of water. Suppose you are in winter, the temperature is somewhere around 5 degrees. That time, your body will actually drink water of that temperature itself. What I'm trying to convey is that when you are in a hot climate, your body will perspire a lot. So when you perspire a lot, you will tend to drink more water. If you drink cold water, you will notice that you cannot gulp the water down your throat. It is limited sip by sip that you drink. While a warm water, the one at 27, 26 degree Celsius temperature, you will pretty much a whole glass, you will just swallow it down. So in summer, you will sweat a lot. So you will drink water like that. You will drink like you just swallow the water like glasses by glasses because you perspire, you urinate a lot. So your body needs to maintain that temperature. Now, if you're drinking like that in summer, if you change that to a winter condition, in winter, you're not sweating, the urine output is also less because your body kind of goes into hibernation. It's kind of like going inside. When we talk about Chinese medicine, the seasonal changes, we'll talk in detail what are the changes the body experiences when it goes through the climatic changes or the seasonal changes. In winter, since you're not sweating a lot, since you're not passing a lot of urine, your overall body's temperature is kind of warm. So you will require less quantity of water to maintain your metabolism. So you will drink little quantity. So that will be the cold. So when you drink cold water, you will take it sip by sip, little quantity, and also because your body is generating a lot of heat, since outside body is cold, outside temperature is cold, your body kind of insulates and the body develops heat. So you also need cooler temperature water to keep it under control. That is why if you are in summer, try to drink normal warm water in room temperature. If you are in winter, you try to drink water that is cooler in nature. If you are having any specific conditions like fever or you are having too much heat inside and all those things, then your temperature of water that you are drinking changes accordingly. So that is, then the water becomes a medicine rather than being a drink. I hope I'm clear about how it is. So another question that in these days in India specifically, it's there is a lot of rumor about it is about drinking water during the meals. Most of the people claim that it is in Ayurveda, it is mentioned that drinking water during intake of food that you are having meals is not right because they consider that stomach is chaturagni, which is like fire element present in the stomach. That is why you kind of burn the food and you obtain the nutrition from the cooked food. And that is why if you put water in it, it is going to extinguish the fire. And that is why drinking water while having food is not good for digestion. But don't take Jataragni literally. It doesn't mean that there is a fire going on in the stomach. What it means is there is acid formation in the stomach. So that has that boiling ability, like as if you're cooking the food. But it is also true that if you want the stomach to function properly, it requires moisture. At the same time, whatever food you are putting in, it acts like a mixer and a grinder. So that grinding you cannot do dry. If you put dry stuff into a mixer and you try to turn it, it is get stuck and it will start overheating. Understood? So you need a little quantity of water. So that little quantity of water is very essential for the stomach to function properly. From a lot of these videos, I've come to a conclusion that there is a misunderstanding about water when it comes to Ayurveda. It is more of thought about process. It is like Jataragni, no water. You understood? Also, when you are consuming water, according to TCM, what is mentioned is the stomach. It likes moisture. What it means by that is when food going inside, acid is drying in nature. It makes the stomach lining dry. So if you don't take that moist food inside, if you don't have enough water in that water content, moisture content in the food, then it is going to affect your digestion. It is going to impact the walls of your stomach lining. Also, the esophagus. Esophagus also requires moisture. If you take dry food inside your mouth, sometimes you cannot even swallow it. So it requires water. So it is as simple logic. It has been happening. People have been drinking water with meals. There is a tradition of having serving water first in Indian temples, Indian tradition. In if you see the movies and everywhere, when you have the thali, first thing is the water, then everything else is served. So water is primary. You cannot have food without water. It is not that you drink a whole jar of water, like a liter of water while having food. No. So the right quantity of water that you should drink is about half a glass, but that is during the food, after the food. If it is too spicy, your body naturally wants water because it is fire. So that time also you need water. So drinking water in food is not harmful. It is not going to affect your digestion. So have a very right mind when you listen to certain videos. Don't get carried away just because they mention Ayurveda and text about Ayurvedic philosophies and Ayurvedic text and say that you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that because it is mentioned in Ayurveda. No, have a logical mind behind it. Have a logical thinking. Will this actually affect? Does it ever affect me? Is it spicy? Is it hot? Is it acidic? Should I drink water or not? Is acid and water going hand in hand when you are having food? So think about it. Another very important thing that I want to mention when it comes to drinking water is water washes away everything that is bad for you. It's like we say water's nature is to cleanse and drain. So suppose you are having some kind of problem in your body, that last time I mentioned water can be an elixir. So if you're consuming water, say like your body requires 1 liter of water, but if your 1 liter of water when you get thirsty is when your body is having requirement, it needs that water for internal functioning. But sometimes if you're having certain conditions like you have acidity or you have digestion issues, you have uh, constipation issues, you have urine problems. So these conditions are not normal. So in those conditions, your body might require an extra amount of water to do that cleansing and draining. So in that condition, you have to consume at least half liter or 1 liter of water more than what you are actually consuming in your day to day. So this was about water specifically. And when you're drinking water, as I mentioned in the last video, you have to drink it very slowly. Try to feel the water that it is healing you. Even on food, when you're having the water, you try to hold it in your mouth. Let the saliva mix with that water and slowly drink it down and feel it. Okay, so do share this video with people around you so that they know the most basic fundamental understanding of drinking water. And do share it with people, do like it, do subscribe to our channel because I'm going to make more of these videos. And do comment about what you understand from this video, what you feel you gain from this video, and tell me if any questions you have. You can ask them freely and I will try to answer them with best of my ability. So thank you very much. Stay tuned.